What's going on, guys, and welcome back to bullgearrc videos. Now today we are going to continue working on the CR-24 by Hobby Plus, which I've installed the dual motors in. But before we get into that, I did just want to say I've got a lot of people asking me to do a run video with the Panda Hobbies Sport Tetra K1. I haven't had an opportunity to do that yet, but as soon as I get a chance, we will take this thing out on the trails somewhere, and we'll see how this thing does. And also to my 1/10 scale viewers, yeah, we've got some stuff coming up. We're going to get back into 1/10 scale, but I've been just having a lot of fun with these little 1/24 scale rigs, tinkering with them. And the weather's kind of cold where they've been sending me, so this is what I've been doing. And well, we're going to move on with this little project here and see if we can't get it wrapped up. Now, one of the things, guys, I've been seeing people do with their 1/24 scale is installing the little model bodies on them. And I thought that I would like to do that. I'm not really happy with this bug body. It's just a little bit kind of small. I don't know, I like it, but you know, I'm thinking I need to do something different. So we're going to talk today about installing model bodies on these 1/24 scale rigs. Now, not all of these model bodies are going to be the same, and they're not all going to work the same. There's not a one-size-fits-all sort of tutorial that can be given about installing a model body on one of these rigs, and it's kind of dependent upon whatever body that you choose. And I wanted something a little bit different. I see a lot of guys doing the Chevy trucks or the Toyota trucks, and you know, I just kind of wanted to do something different, so I chose a 1940 Ford Sedan. And well, there's a little bit to doing this body on this truck. I did choose to put it on the Hobby Plus CR-24 because of the wheelbase being a little bit shorter. The SCX-24 is just a little bit bigger, longer wheelbase. So for the model bodies, I think this is a better option, at least for this build that I'm trying to do right now. So the first thing that you have to consider is kind of your layout. And if you've seen the last video when I said I was going to change this thing to a 2S, I did pick up this little E-Flight. This is a 2S lipo. It's a small lipo, but for this truck, it's a big lipo. And I didn't really want to put that much weight in the rear, so I wanted it, you know, as low and as forward as I could get it. And the old electronics tray worked out just right for this, and which meant that I had to move the electronics to the back. And you know, if you were doing a pickup truck model or something, that probably wouldn't work, because all this stuff would need to be in the cab area, or you know, under the hood. So anyway, with the as you can see, the Ford Sedan, you know, it has a whole bunch of room towards the rear. So you know, right now I got all the wires are loose, but yeah, we have plenty of room back here for this electronics, and the weight bias is still towards the front, so that's working out pretty good for me. Now, one of the things I ran into with this body was, you see the fenders front and rear. These are not part of the actual body. These are part of the frame in this particular kit. And well, we started cutting and trimming, and this is actually a piece of the frame that's left over, and I actually had it down to this level with the fenders and everything, body set on top, and it was, you know, really tall. Now, the way I had that set up was, you know, I had the back of it hinged. I made a I made a little plate back here and hinged it, and I put Velcro here. But once I started looking at it, I just didn't like it. It was just too high up. So I needed to figure out how I could, you know, lower the body down. And, well, I put the body on without the frame just to set it down, just to see how low the actual body would sit. Now, seeing that, it was kind of cool to me. It gave me a different vision of the way that I wanted to do this thing. It looked kind of like a rat rod-ish sort of rock crawler build, and that was kind of the theme that I decided I wanted to go with ultimately. But I didn't, you know, like that it didn't have any fenders. I didn't like that there wasn't anything in the front here. And you know, especially with the grill, you know, you could glue the grill to the hood, but there would be nothing, you know, substantial holding the grill, and I assumed that, you know, we would break that off pretty quick. So what I wound up doing is I cut the fenders off of the frame rails, and not only did I cut them off the frame rails, I got to looking at it, and I just took a Sharpie and just kind of started drawing a line out and looking at it top and bottom. And so I kind of stayed with that same rat rod sort of look, but I got this thing to sit down a whole bunch lower on the frame. Now this is just about as low as we can go. With a different type of model, we might have more clearance in here for the shocks and everything underneath the hood, but with the way this particular model gets narrow in the front, this was about as low as we can get this thing. And when we're looking, we got the frame rails are coming right to the ends of the model body, and our steering horn was another clearance issue. But everything right now, the way this thing sits, is working out. It's all fitting in. And actually, I took the interior piece out of the kit, and I was able to cut that in half like so, and I had to trim some off the tops of it so we can raise this up a little bit. Now the interior, which way does it go? Yeah, it goes this way. Or does it? Yeah, it goes this way. But anyway, the interior will sit in here now. We can glue this inside of the body and put the seats in this area, and this will sit just above the battery. So I will be able to install a piece of the interior in here, and this actually comes with a little roll bar that goes behind the seats, so that'll be kind of cool. And then of course we've got a couple different choices of windows. We have clear, and then we also have some that are more of a tinted. They're actually red, so I'm going to look at the red kind of matches the anodized shocks and whatnot. So I'm kind of looking into doing that and making this thing into sort of a rat rod build. And this is going to give me an opportunity to, practice maybe doing some weathering or something of that nature. But anyway, guys, that's kind of what I'm been up to. And I just thought I'd do a little update and show y'all what I had going on. I didn't do a video last week. So anyway, this is what we're working on, guys, and hopefully here in the next week or so I'm going to have this one wrapped up, and we are going to be moving on to some tent scale stuff. I've got also some more 124 scale stuff that's coming up that is going to be new to the channel. And yeah, we'll mix it up, and hopefully when the weather starts getting a little bit better, we'll be able to get back out on the trails, do some more running videos. And I'm kind of anxious to get this one out on the trails there when it's all finished up. I think this is going to make a good video. But anyway, guys, till next time, old Uncle Lee, bullgearrc videos, saying I'll see ya.